I've never played either a Neptunia game nor a Senran Kagura game, so when I saw that this meshes both together in its own unique story, I decided it'd be a decent point for jumping right in. The story takes place in a world filled with ninjas. We focus on two rival nations, Heartland, home of the compass style, where the cast of Neptunia are from, and Marveland, home of the Honeypot style, which is the Senran Kagura side. The two are at war with each other, but due to the interruption from a technologically superior third party called the Steam Legion, the war gets put on hold. The Steam Legion are a bunch of robotic ninjas led by a powerful ninja master called Yo Gamer and her seemingly more kind-hearted companion named Tetsuko. They also have yokai under their control, and they attack nation after nation, stealing power from each nation's shared crystals. The power of the third party leads to talks of temporary peace among the two nations, with a treaty being offered by Heartland in an attempt to band together and take out the newfound threat. The treaty is originally rejected, but after the two nations fight together, Marveland decides to accept the treaty, and this is when the story finally takes off. With the girls helping defend other nations, complete quests given by everyday citizens, find loot by opening chests, engaging in the marketplace, taking on dungeons, meditating minigames, chatting with other ninjas, and more. The combat is a mix of real-time and pause-ish combat, with the normal attacks being in real time but a slow-mo effect kicking in whenever you go to use the special moves. Quick stepping, sprinting, and special moves all use stamina, with the normal attacks used to regain it. You have two characters every encounter of your choice to choose from, a leader and then their companion, although there isn't any leader skills dependent on the character, which was a missed opportunity. Mixing and matching each character based on your preference, whether it's aesthetically or based on playstyle, is a fun part of the game that you may spend a lot of time doing. You do so in the Shinobi base, where you can also check your character's stats, go through the items you acquired, and edit equipment by changing shuriken and kunai types, based on status ailments, damage, amount, ability, and reload speed. You can also equip charms that can increase stats based on certain conditions, like increasing attack when HP is maxed, or even reviving with some HP whenever you're knocked out. Also in base, you can edit your ninja skills that you use in battle. You unlock more as you level up and the game progresses, but the new ones may eat up more stamina, so you have to keep that in mind. Lastly, you can equip spirit gems, which act as a sort of skill tree, giving all sorts of boosts in power, resistances to enemies, more XP gain, and more. Matching types will also gain advantages when they link together, so placement and choices do matter. Now let's talk about the meditation that I brought up earlier. Peaches and Cream meditation is as fan servicey as this game gets, with you having to balance each character on a giant peach for reasons unbeknownst to me, and then you see them either very pleased with you if you succeed or in a rather compromised position if you fail. It's really lazy and silly, but oh well. Depending on the difficulty, the rewards will be greater, and if you don't care about earning items, you can skip the game with fast passes and get the stat boost if you want. When you're not engaging with all that or the main story, the rest and majority of your time will be spent accepting requests from the Kumatsu Shrine. These are all side quests that have you backtrack to the same low texture location you were already at when it comes to the story missions, and I mean the exact same place, to kill a certain amount of monsters, rinse and repeat, in order to be the recommended level for the story missions, or if you want the platinum trophy, you'll be pushing through quite a bit of these and they can feel beyond repetitive at times, especially due to how the locations look and how little charm they actually have. Basic woods, basic town, basic ravine, you get the idea. No matter how fun the simplistic combat can be, once you look at the same drab places long enough, everything starts to blend together, which is kinda how the game feels at the end of the day. The story is engaging and interesting with some fun character actions at times, but them resolving the lore of the conflict as quickly as they did felt rushed and lacked any meaning. The new enemies from the Steam Legion are hard to take seriously, especially when the game struggles to balance the silly humor with the serious nature of the occurring events. I mean, it's not easy to take a name like Yo Gamer seriously to begin with, but that's neither here nor there. The side quests lack any meaning excitement or depth whatsoever, making them a chore to get through. The main story dungeons are the highlight, especially with the boss fights, which I won't spoil here, but having to go back through them at a later date to get through barriered off locations in search of chests drag them all down as well by being just more senseless padding. There aren't real cutscenes, just JPEGs with their mouth flapping, and JPEGs that move across screen or fall from waterfalls. It's pretty goofy, and the lack of visual novel aesthetics or real actual cutscenes really hurts the experience as well. There isn't even lip syncing, just the same pictures, with the exceptions being the odd forms and the bath scenes, with the same lip flapping over and over again. I feel like I'm being hard on this game, but as someone who's never played these games before, or games in this series before, it made me interested but didn't truly hook me. I enjoy the gameplay, I like the systems and how I can form a playstyle around them. I just wish they went in more, instead of lazily dipping their toes in the fan service water. If they wanted to put it in the game to begin with, then go ahead and do it. You want to tell the story through visual novel-like setups? Then put the work in to differentiate scenes as the story goes on. Even very indie visual novels do better. I can say this with almost everything, with the exception being the music. The music slaps. Every aspect of it is good and I absolutely loved it. I enjoyed the gameplay, the performance was smooth, I didn't have any frame rate dips or anything, it just feels like they did just enough, and that's a shame. Maybe one day I'll review a special physical edition and go over the platinum once I achieve it. I just don't have the money or the motivation right now. Thank you Idea Factory for the key. This is my first foray into the Neptunia series, and it's not gonna be my only one. In terms of Senran Kagura, I might review those games if I get a key. If I don't, we'll see what happens. This just didn't do anything to really hook me and make me want to be more engaged in either of these properties, and that's a dang shame. Also, I have a giveaway going on, and I will link that in the description. It's for a card game that I made a first impressions video on, so check that video out if you're interested. Participate in the giveaway either way. So again, thank you Idea Factory for the review key, and subscribe for more news, reviews, and whatever we choose to stay tuned to Nerdsfeed. Have a great day. Thank you.
楽勝だな。準備はできてるぞ。こうか。面白い。絶対に乗り越えてやろうじゃないか。